here we are. It's probably, I said I was gonna get back, an hour later. It's probably more like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours later. Here the temperature dropped, so now the temperature is probably like 95 degrees external. Either way, so you look at it, it's like 300, like 300. Over this side, oddly enough, is less than 300, which is not really the norm. And then we're inside, and then we got, as you can see, now we got the wood split, the charcoal embers are burned all the way out, and now we're dealing with pure wood. And now what we're going to do is we're going to open up the cook chamber, which, this thermometer, which is almost useless, it's more like 350, 360. But we're going to look inside in the cook chamber, some water there, you got and nothing's really changed when it comes to how it looks. But what you don't see is that you got your internal workings. So the heat is heating up from the outside to the end. And then what happens is the change goes from the inside to the out. So you'll have, they'll start to break down what they call, you're going to different sites to break down the collagens and the connective tissues and all of that stuff. I'm going to play along with it because I actually do not have the knowledge to speak into it, but I just trust them to go with that. And what's happened is that all of that stuff, it went from the outside to the inside, and now slowly is going to work itself back to the outside. But again, we're only an hour and a half, 2 hours in. And what's going to happen is I'm going to come back here probably another 3 hours from now, and I'm going to start to add the internal probes, and we can start to temp it from the inside.